Tanchikyo ao Mara Dishnakashun. Hello everyone, my name is Mara. I am the program manager at North Island Métis Association, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do some simple quill plaiting. So I have this started embroidered, a beaded embroidered flower that I had started in a previous video, and I'm going to use this as the outline for my quill work today. So I have this. If you did not want a beaded design, you could also draw your design out on your felt or your leather. So I've got this. I've got a beading needle with some Nymo thread that has been single threaded. So I've got a short tail and a long end, and I haven't tied a knot in the end. I have a piece of paper towel. I have a pair of scissors. I have my quills that are soaking in some warm water just to help soften them up. These ones are undyed, so you can see the color difference. This is what they look like before they have been colored. These have been harvested from a porcupine. You can either get them from roadkill. Some people will collect roadkill and pluck the quills out. You can also, with a live porcupine, you can throw a blanket over top of them and then retrieve the blanket and the quills that are stuck in the blanket. You just have to be very fast. Okay, so what I'm going to do to start, I'm going to pick whatever petal I'm going to start at, and I'm going to start close to the center. I am going to do a triple back stitch, which I have shown in previous videos. It just means I'm going to go in and out of the felt, the back layer, so it's not actually going through to the front at all. So this is just going to hold the thread in place. So I'm leaving a little bit of a tail, and I'm going to go in and out in the same spot for a second time, but not pull it too tight because it will still come out at this point. And then I'm going to do one more time for 3. And now you can give that a good tug, and that's not going to go anywhere, and there's not going to be knots, and you don't need to worry about your knot being too small and coming through the material. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my needle and I'm going to come up along my bead line on one of the outside edges. So I'm going to start over here. Then I'll put that down, and now I'm going to pick one of my quills, and you can see, so this is wet right now, and that's okay, but you can see this side has a barb on it, and this is the side that is very sharp, and it will get stuck in your skin, or if you drop them, a pet could get them. You want to be very mindful of where that barb ends up. There is some danger to them if you are not careful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stab this into the paper towel. Oh, it doesn't want to stab. Usually you can stab it into the end of the paper towel, or a beading mat is what I use at home. And a beading mat works really well. And then you just trim that barbed end off and make sure you don't lose it. So it's really nice if you can stick it into something. And then you're going to flatten your quill. So you can use your fingers, you could use your teeth if you wanted, you can just use something flat. So I'm just going to use the back end of the scissors and I'm going to flatten it down. There we go. So now I will place the quill with a little bit of a tail end under my finger. And then I'm going to go back down on the other side of the quill with my needle. And I'm going to pull it snug, and that's going to hold that in place. So then I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to come up on the other side of that petal and pull it all the way through. And then I'm going to fold my quill over and put my needle down on the other side of that quill. You can use your fingernail to push it down to get that nice crease. And so now I've got my first line. So then I'm going to come back up now at the top of the last quill that I had the last piece of the quill that I had folded over, and bring my quill over and put the needle down on the other side. Use my fingernail to flatten it, give it a gentle tug, and then my needle will come up on the other side again at the top of where the quill is lying. And then fold it back over, needle down, crease it with my fingernail and give it a little tug, and then back over on the other side. And this is all you are going to do. Eventually I'm going to get to the end of the quill, and I will show you how to add another quill in. This will probably be my last fold for this quill. Yeah. So I'm not going to pull this one quite tight. I'm going to leave it just so it's held in place. And I'm going to get another quill. And so I've got another quill. It also doesn't want to stick in the paper towel, so I'm just going to carefully trim the barbed end off. And then I will flatten the quill. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the new quill underneath the old one and hold it in place and give it a good tug, and then I will go back over to the other side, and then I will just continue folding it back over on itself as I was before. And I will just keep doing that until I fill in the petal. And then I will tie my thread off at the back and start on my next petal. If you would like any information on the history of quill plaiting, you can take a look at our website, www.nimate.com, and there will be a brochure on there on quill plaiting. Hope this video was useful. If you have any questions, post it in the comments below. Merci. Thank you for watching.